Hey, is this Ryan?
Yes, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. It sounds like there's a lot that I don't even know about, so to speak.
Um, there's not a ton. Harold's assertion is, and Junior's assertion is, we've been trying to get a hold of him and he hasn't reached out to us, and we saw his Facebook post and we took that as his resignation, and everybody knew that he quit. That's what they're saying. But my position is, did he put in an official resignation, or did he have occurrences of attendance issues that would have qualified him for a written or a termination? And both, I believe, are a no. And so I'm like, I don't understand how you guys preemptively just took him off the seniority list and bypassed him on the bid.
Right. And so with that, they've really stepped in it. So I wasn't on the bid sheet, which means they had removed me. And by the way, I think they probably removed me from the schedule before I was out of PTO and everything. And we'd have to force them to provide those to really make that point. But no, as far as no, they have not tried to reach out to me, not at all. And of course, my phone records show that there's been nothing. In fact, the most recent thing I have, and why don't I see if I can get that quickly for you, is that Junior texted me, and I don't know if it was a group text, but Junior texted me that a training was behind, and so I did it immediately and screenshot him. So that was June 3rd.
Yeah.
Do you know when?
Nothing about where are you at, what's going on, nothing like that. It's just, hey, just a heads up.
No, on Wednesday, June 2nd, he said, reminder, AML training is past due, must be completed. That's related to money laundering training for all of us. And so I replied, that was at 9:52 p.m. On the 2nd, I replied at 9:52 p.m. Thank you. And then on June 3rd, I sent him a screenshot showing that my anti-money laundering training was done on June 3rd. And he sent me a smiley face. Other than that, for the record, the last communication I had related to Junior was January 20th of 2021. And related to Harold's text message today, I believe that's actually the first time I've ever got any communication from him. In fact, today is the first time Harold has ever communicated with me by text or by phone, which he hasn't called me. But so they don't have that. They've never tried. So now they've lied to you and Jason. So they've lied. And
they also told Junior told him, Jason said that Ryan told him that he had quit. And Jason specifically told me, Ryan didn't tell me anything. I just saw the post on Facebook and made an assumption that he had already told somebody else, like that you had officially resigned.
Right. Have you seen the post?
Yeah, they sent it to me.
Okay. It says, I cannot stay because I couldn't get an on-call only shift. It doesn't even say that I wanted to leave. And it says, but that's because they never communicated with me that I could or could not. They never. So just so you know, I asked Jason to ask about it for me as my shop steward, and because I've already had this tense relationship with them.
Yeah.
And they never sent anything back through Jason. So they just burned up my PTO. I never got an answer, and I'm not putting Jason on the hook for this, but no, nothing ever came back through Jason to me.
Yeah, and Jason attests that you never told him that you were quitting. So
for sure,
that's fine as well. Yeah. So I will tell you, as far as like scheduling and like on-call shifts, they have no requirement to provide on-call shifts, and they don't have a requirement to make accommodations because you found a new job. That said, they also don't have the right to take you off the shift. So you could have found something that may have worked for you. But I know that you said that they made accommodations for someone else, and we can definitely bring that up as to why they're willing to make accommodations for some people and not others, but they don't have to offer on-call. The company in general is not really fond of on-call shifts, which makes no sense because people call out all the time, so they need people, but I don't,
Right.
It's above my pay grade to figure out how to manage their business, I guess.
Right. And so to reply to that, so that you have a little more more basis for that, they have on call, and they have a written policy for on call, and they have claimed to be doing it uniformly. And so they actually have a policy, though, right, wrong, or indifferent with what they're telling you or Jason. They do actually have.
Yeah, they do have a policy that says you can go voluntarily on call, but that's outside of your bid shift.
Right.
So you have to bid a shift, and then if you have days available, they can offer on call then.
Right, but we also have staff right now that are employed and even paying union dues, as an example, that do not have a schedule and are exclusively on call. And that's what I was hoping for just what I was hoping for me. And so
there shouldn't be anybody on this last bid.
So
if they didn't choose a schedule,
I didn't see it though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, there were no on-call shifts on this last bid. So nobody was allowed to bid on call. There was no opportunity to bid on call. And Maverick's position on this bid was that if you didn't choose a bid shift, that was you saying refusing work, essentially. Okay.
And so then to answer that, to give more on that, then there were people as late as last bid who did not have, I don't know how many lines there were this time, but as of the last bid, there were people that were seniority not eligible to get a shift. And so they had 0 shift on a line, and they were still on call, and they were still employed, and they were still dues paying union members.
You're right. And this bid this time around, what they did was they took the number of employees at each facility, and they built out schedules based on their algorithm up to the number that are at that facility. So some facilities within the 19 properties didn't have enough schedules, so they had a certain number of on-call lines to fill up to the number of employees that are at the facility. But the Moose isn't one of those. They had enough schedules that they didn't need to have any on-call schedules.
And that can be respected, but even to that point, I was not part of the process, so I wouldn't have even known that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. No, that's where the whole crux of this issue is that you weren't even involved. So you didn't even get to make an informed decision about your schedule. So
right.
If there was no on-call and there was no schedule that worked for you, then that would be a different scenario, but you didn't even know that because you weren't called to be made aware. So,
exactly.
Do you want to give Harold a call? You want to three-way me in?
Sure. I will have to hope that I can figure that out.
I can figure it out if you want me to call him.
Okay. Do you have his direct number, the 727?
I do.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, hold on. I'll give him a call.
Sounds good.
Cool. Hi, everybody. Ryan
Hello.
and Harold, can you both hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So Harold, Ryan had let me know that you had requested that he give you a call today, and Ryan just requested that I also be on the line for this call. So I will let you two talk, and I will be present.
All right. I was just wondering why he quit out letting any of us know what was going on.
I never quit, Harold. That's not accurate. I've heard that it was assumed that
cutting out. I don't know.
I'll try to speak more clearly for you. in case it's on my end.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you too bad.
Me also? Okay, both of you? Give me a second, gang. I'll see if I can... Is it better? Okay. Good. I had plugged it into charge, which is not necessary, so I might have done something. So I'm right here, gang. Give me a second. I'll see what I can do. Is this any better for anyone? Hello? I wonder how that's happening, because we were speaking clearly initially. I can try to go outside and see if that helps anything. I'm here. I'm still here, gang. Still here.